In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the new top 5 meta guns used here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 6. Now, the update just dropped and a lot of weapons got nerfed and buffed, so it's now time to change your class it up. So if you guys are new and do find this video to help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. Now, getting into our first class up, guys, we have the MCW. Now, the MCW, every time I talk about this weapon, if it's me doing an updated build on it, if it's a top 5, I talk about how easy this weapon really is. And with my updated build here, I am telling you guys, if you're trying to get your first nuke, increase your KD, get your highest kill game so far, this is 100% the build for the MCW that you want to use here. But starting off my build, though, we are going to start with the rear grip here and add on the RB Claw PSL grip. Now, the recoil on this weapon isn't bad at all, but I will say, with the weapon having somewhat of a fast fire rate, the gun kick isn't the best. So we're going to add this on here. We're going to calm that gun kick down, make it easier to control, make the recoil a lot better on this weapon. So no matter what gunfight you get into, up close, long range, you are going to have great control of this weapon. And also the firing aiming stability is going to make this weapon very calm, very smooth, and it's going to help you be more accurate in those gunfights. So I think this is a must-have attachment all the time. It doesn't matter if you're copying this MCW build down, making your own, using someone else's. I feel like the RB Claw PSL grip should always be on your MCW. Now, for the optic here next, I'm going to be adding on the MK3 reflector. Now, you could add on the Jack glasses or add on what you guys like I say in my videos. Choose what you guys like. There is so many great options here in Modern Warfare 3, from Modern Warfare 2 optics to Modern Warfare 3. Choose what you guys like. For my MCW build, I like to run the MK3 reflector. Now, for the barrel here, we are going to be running the Cyclone long barrel. I like this barrel. You could go with the Midnight barrel if you really wanted to have a little bit more damage range here. But honestly, I like the firing aiming stability I get with this weapon. You know, we are getting great bullet velocity. We're getting good damage range and everything here. But honestly, you really don't need too much damage range and bullet velocity on the MCW. It would be nice if we are getting extra, but the firing aiming stability is just going to make this weapon very accurate. The time to kill is good on this weapon. We made it a little bit better, so any range you get into the gunfight with this weapon, you're going to win with it being so accurate. So go ahead and add on the long barrel. Now, for the muzzle here, I have never used this weapon attachment on the MCW. I tried it out here in Season 6, and I'm telling you guys, this thing is amazing on the MCW, which is the Quartermaster Suppressor. It is one of the newer suppressors in the game, which I think is the best muzzle in the game now. I do believe it's better than the Zeman, I'm not going to lie here, but we're off the radar, we're staying stealthy, we're being quiet, no one can find us on the radar, and we're just going on those higher kill streaks. We're getting our nukes, increasing our KD, and also, we are getting that better gun kick control and recoil control, just making this weapon really good now. And then getting into my final attachment on this weapon, guys, we are going to the underbarrel, and we're going to be adding on the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop grip. I want to increase its mobility, I want to increase its handling, but I want to work more on mobility than I do handling. That's why I'm going with the Edge BW4 here. But we're getting aim walkie movement speed itself, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed, which I think just makes the MCW really good if you're trying to be aggressive. And overall, this build is just going to be unstoppable. Now, for custom number 2, guys, we have the Static HV. Now, this SMG actually got nerfed in this update, which is still really good. It's still the best SMG in the game, so of course, I got you guys with a brand new build. Now, we're going to start with the stock here first, and we're going to be adding on the Spry 34 light stock. I feel like this is the best stock in the game. If you really wanted to have more mobility and handling, and you can actually control your shots and everything, go with the no stock. You're just getting a crazy amount of mobility and handling, but honestly, you know, I want you to have a great build. I want you to have good control of your build and everything still, but also be more aggressive. So we're just going to add on the light stock, just increase our mobility, increase our handling, be more aggressive, move fast around the map and everything. I feel like this is a plenty, so we're going to go ahead and throw this on for our first attachment. For the optic next, guys, we're going to be adding on the Niter model. Now, there is a couple guns in the game that I just feel more comfortable running a certain sight that's not the Jack glasses, the MK3 reflector, the Slate reflector. Now, I really don't use this optic too much, but I will say this SMG with this optic, it just feels super good. It feels great. I feel the most consistent when using this optic, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on. But like I say, choose what you guys like. There is so many good options, but for me, I am going with the Niter model. Now, we're going to go over here to the barrel next, and we're going to be adding on the Auger 840 light barrel. Again, just increasing our mobility, increasing our handling, being more aggressive. This is going to help more with the handling department, so we're going to be aiming down sights faster. We're shooting faster off a sprint, just helping us be more aggressive. But we are getting some movement speed, so we are going to be more aggressive. We are moving faster around the map and everything, which is really good here. Now for the muzzle, I'm going to be adding on the Quartermaster Suppressor. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is the best muzzle like I was talking about with the MCW. We're off the radar, we're staying stealthy, we're getting our nukes, increasing our KD, and we're just getting a lot of recoil control and gun kick control. Now the SMG does have a fast fire rate, and it honestly really doesn't have the best recoil. So having this on is just going to make the gun kick really calm. It's going to make the recoil very calm. So this attachment here is just going to keep us off the radar. We're staying stealthy, we're being quiet, and we're just going to have better control of this weapon, which makes it even broken. And then we're going to add on the underbarrel here, which is the paracord grip. This should always be on your static HV, and it should honestly be on most of your SMGs. You're getting a lot of horizontal recoil control, sprint to fire speed, you're getting some aim walking status, and also we're getting more movement speed. So this build is going to be a fast moving build, being aggressive, but also having great control of this SMG still. Now for class up number 3, guys, we have the TR-76 Geist. Now this weapon actually got a buff here in the Season 6 update, and I'm not going to lie, after looking at the buffs they got on this weapon, this could be potentially a top 5, maybe even a top 3 assault rifle here in Modern Warfare 3. So of course, I want to give you the best class up for this weapon here. Now, we are going to start with the optic here. I'm going to be adding on the Jack Glasses optic. Now, I will say one thing about this weapon. You could run the iron sights on this weapon if you really wanted to. I am actually a huge fan of the iron sights on this weapon, but I'm going to look out for most of you guys. I'm going to add on an optic here, which honestly, I will say I do probably play better with an optic on my weapon anyway. So I'm going to be adding on the Jack Glasses optic for my first attachment. Now, for the barrel here, we're going to be adding on the Lock .5 long barrel. Now, I don't want to go too crazy on the damage range and anything, and I don't want to hurt the weapon because, honestly, the mobility is not really the best on this weapon, and also I don't want to hurt the weapon's handling too much with it being already pretty good on this weapon already. So, we're going to add on the Lock 5 long barrel. You know, we're not hurting the weapon too much. We are getting some bullet velocity. We are getting some damage range, and the only thing that's going down on this weapon is some hip-fire accuracy. We are losing some aim down sight speed. That's really it, honestly, but I do want to have a fast time to kill. I want to make the buff on this weapon even better, so this is probably the best barrel that I would go with. Now for the muzzle, once again, guys, we are going to be adding on that Quartermaster Suppressor. I'm not kidding. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is the best muzzle in the game, in my opinion. We're getting a lot of recoil control, gun kick control, and we're off the radar. We're staying stealthy, so that's always good on an assault rifle with it getting a monster scary buff. So of course I do want to abuse that. And then we're going to go to the underbarrel next, add on the XRK Edge BW4. I want to increase its mobility, I want to increase its handling, I want to move fast around the map, I want to be aggressive, and the XRK Edge BW4 is going to have my back here. Honestly, just having this on is going to help this weapon be so much better, being more aggressive and moving fast around the map. So of course I do want to add this on here. And then getting to my final attachment, guys, we are going to the magazine here and adding only 45 round mag. Now the Geist does have a little bit of a fast fire rate. I don't want to have to fly through ammo all the time and reload all the time, so I am going to add on the 45 round mag, so I'm not slowing down all the time, reloading, get hit by that COD timing. And I just want to have good flow on the map, not stop the flow or anything like that. So honestly, I feel like the 45 round mag is going to be a great option here. Now for custom number 4, guys, we have the SVA 545. Now after this update, this weapon didn't get a nerf. The STG-44 got a nerf, so this is now the new #1 assault rifle in the game, and we already know this weapon's really good at long range, and this weapon is still really good up close. So this is now the new #1 assault rifle in Modern Warfare 3 again. But for my build, though, we are going to start with the rear grip. Always add on the Demo 650 grip. The firing aiming stability and that gun kick control is going to be the only things that you need to look at here, but it is also a bonus point here that we are getting some recoil control. So we're going to add this on. We're going to make the weapon more calm. We're going to make it more smooth. We're going to be more accurate when firing this weapon, and also that gun kick is going to help out a ton, especially if you're in the hyper burst mode, which I do prefer this weapon in the hyper burst mode over the fully automatic. So this weapon is not going to have any more gun kick. We're going to have full control of this build with one attachment, so we're going to add this on for our first attachment. Now for the optic here, I'm going to add on the Jack Glasses optic. Like I say in many videos, this is the best optic in the game. Firing aiming stability, a clean optic, and also we get a blue dot, which everyone loves. But like I say in my videos, though, choose what you guys like. I know there is so many great options, so add on the Jack Glasses optic if you don't know what to run, but go ahead and add on your favorite optic. Now for the barrel here, I'm going to be adding on the precision barrel. Now this should be the only barrel that you should use on the SVA 545. Now we're getting more recoil control, gun kick control. Here we're getting some bullet velocity in range, and we're also getting some aiming auto sway. But with this attachment here, we're just going to increase its range. We're getting that 13% increase in our effective damage range, 12% increase in our minimum damage range, and a 15% increase in our bullet velocity. So this weapon is going to be really good at long range, in hyper burst mode, in fully automatic. Your bullets are traveling faster. We're getting a faster time to kill, and we're also getting a little bit of recoil control. That's all you need to know with this barrel. For the muzzle here, I'm going to be adding on the Quartermaster Suppressor. The Quartermaster Suppressor is going to be very important for assault rifle builds this season, so we're going to add this on again with it being one of the best muzzles in the game. We're off the radar. We're getting more gun kick control and recoil control just to make this weapon not move whatsoever here, which is really good. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the underbarrel. We're going to add on the DR6 hand stop grip. The mobility on this weapon's nice. I want to increase its handling a little bit more, so I'm going to go with the DR6 hand stop. We're getting a lot of aim down sight speed, a lot of aim walking movement speed. We are getting some sprint to fire speed. We're also getting some movement speed. So with this build, you can take your gunfights at long range. You can be up close and be aggressive. You're going to be quiet. You're going to stay stealthy. So this is going to be a great build for MGB nukes. And then getting to our final and fifth class up, guys, we have the BP50. Now, nothing happened with this weapon. It didn't get it nerfed. It didn't get a buff, but we are going to make it an SMG, which that's going to be our first attachment, which is the conversion kit, and that is the Jack Ravager kit. We're going to increase its mag size. It's going up to 60. We're increasing its fire rate. We're getting better aim down sight speed. We're getting vertical recoil control. We're just making this an SMG. I think it's the better version of a BP50. I just think it's the better BP50. I don't like the assault rifle mode. I do like it in SMG form, so we are going to add this on for our first attachment. Now, with this weapon's fire rate going up and everything, we do need to have better control of this SMG now, so we are going to the rear grip next. We're going to be adding on the IV grip tape. We're getting firing aiming stability, a lot of recoil control, and a lot of gun kick control. I just want to have full control of this weapon, even though it having a crazy fire rate now, so I want to have better control of it. I don't want the weapon kicking up with the gun kick. I want to have better recoil control, but the main thing is I want to make this weapon more smooth. I want to make it more accurate, so this is going to be a very important attachment for this build now. Now we're going to jump up here to the optic, which I'm going to be adding on the Jack Glasses optic again. Honestly, I just love the Jack Glasses optic. This is my favorite optic. I think it's the best one. I feel like everyone can agree with me, but I don't know what you guys like. If you want to go with the iron sights, go ahead and do that. But honestly, I like to have an optic on my weapon, so we are going to add on the Jack Glasses optic. We're going to jump all the way over here to the muzzle next here and add on the Quartermaster Suppressor. I'm telling you, this season is going to be the Quartermaster Suppressor muzzle season. This should be the only muzzle you should use on your class ups. I am going to switch them up here, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, the Quartermaster should always be on your class up. We're off the radar. You're getting a lot of recoil control. You're getting a lot of gun kick control. You're just not going to beat that, so you're just going to have better control of this weapon here. And then for our final attachment, guys, we are going to the ammunition type here, and we're going to be adding on the high grain rounds. We're going to increase our time to kill here. We're going to make it better up close. We're going to make it better in those medium range gunfights. And also, we're going to make our bullets travel faster and air to hit our targets faster here. So we're going to add this on. We're just getting a 15% increase in our damage range and bullet velocity, making this weapon better at longer ranges here. And I'm telling you guys, this weapon is going to be super nasty. But here are the top 5 best weapons, meta weapons here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 6. Go ahead, copy them all down. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite build. And if you drop any high kill crazy gameplays, let me know what build that was with. But guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.